think about the heat, the sun that burns their face and hands, the sand that burns their feet. And even when the summer's gone, the winter days are hot. But when the winter sun goes down, the winter nights are not.
God, there's a cold out there or what?
Get your beer, boss?
A beer? In this weather?
Oh, what's wrong with the weather?
It means it's too cold for a beer.
It's never too cold for a beer.
That's right. Never too cold for a beer.
Yeah, I love the winters around here.
Are you kidding? It's freezing. It must be below zero out there.
No, nowhere near it. Won't get to below zero for a month or so yet.
Thanks, Phil.
There's something about winter.
Yeah, it's bloody cold.
Cold, crisp air. Why, your breath comes out like fog. Perfect weather for a working man.
What are you talking about? As soon as it gets cold, you head straight for the pub.
Like he said, perfect weather for a working man.
I'll drink to that.
Don't mind if I do too. Get us a beer, will you, mate?
Get it yourself. I'm standing by the fire.
On top of the fire's more like it.
You calling me a fire hog?
If the cap fits.
How can I put this politely? You wouldn't know if your bum was on fire.
And you would?
Of course.
You want a bet?
Oh, I don't know. There must be something we could serve. I know. Mulled wine.
Sorry?
It's what we used to drink in Threadbow all the time.
What sort of wine is it? It sounds pretty fancy.
Oh, not really. You just get red wine and mull it.
Mullet, you say? I always thought you had white wine with fish.
When's Clancy's birthday?
I don't know. Why?
We must buy him a warmer hat. I think he's got frostbite of the brain.
Can you pass me the phone book?
Who are you calling?
Well, it's just an idea I've had. I'm making a mailing list. Addresses and phone numbers of local business groups and service clubs.
That's a good idea.
Well, it can't hurt to let them know we're here.
Who have you got? Apex, Rotary, Chamber of Commerce. Oh, don't forget the Lions. The Lions are good.
Yeah?
Yeah, they're easy to cater for. You double book them with a church group and they feed themselves. Get it? Lions of the Christians?
Oh, yeah, I get it.
I'm sorry. The cold is making my mind warp.
It certainly is cold enough.
Would you like me to warm you up a little?
What did you have in mind?
Well, we could go upstairs and plug in the 1-bar heater.
Or we could stay down here and plug in the 2-bar.
Spoil sport.
I really should finish this mailing list. Can you turn the radiator on for me?
Yeah, all right. Oh, damn, it's that fuse again.
There's that fuse again.
No problems. We can drink in the dark.
You can drink underwater.
I don't understand it. Why do these things keep glowing?
Well, maybe you should use a thicker wire.
Maybe I should use a 6-inch nail.
You think it would work?
Dad, the TV's off.
Yes, I know.
Power's gone again.
Yes, I know. I'm just trying to fix it.
Food will go off.
What?
There's no power in the fridge, then the food will go off.
Why don't you take the food out of the fridge and put it in the bar? It's colder in the bar than it is in the fridge.
Is it cold, is it?
It's freezing. Can't you feel it?
No, my kind doesn't feel the cold.
Your kind? You mean Chinese?
No icebergs. I'm a lifetime member of the Cessnock Icebergs. We swim summer and winter.
Oh.
Hate people like that.
What, you mean icebergs?
No, smart mouth chefs.
Have you fixed it?
Done.
I really think we should get an electrician to check this out.
I don't know.
You don't think it's necessary?
I don't think we can afford it.
Don, it's the 4th time this week.
Fine, but I'm sure it's nothing. Look, you know what these old buildings are like. The occasional fuse blows. You learn to live with the inconvenience.
Oh, maybe it's fine for you, but what about me? I'm the one who has to reprogram the video every time this happens.
Afternoon.
G'day, Bob.
Hi, fellas.
G'day, Bob.
Hard at it, eh?
Yep.
No rest for the wicked.
Nope.
So what's all this lot then?
Bob,
What?
it's not polite to ask questions like that.
What's the matter? I was only asking.
I know, and it's not polite.
Actually, I don't mind.
See? So what's all this lot then?
It's a projected expenditure versus revenue growth chart.
Right. What?
It shows the things that need to be done around here and the expected income needed to finance those improvements. It's like a budget for improving the hotel.
Improving it? In what way? You're not going about changing things, are you? Man doesn't like too many changes.
I am actually talking mainly about fixing things like the wiring for a start.
Oh, that's all right then.
This expenditure revenue growth business, is it the sort of thing you used to do in the city?
I dabbled. You pick a lot of things up in marketing.
You know a bit about marketing, do you?
What I don't know about marketing isn't worth knowing. I spent 15 years in mustard.
Is that how you got your boyish complexion?
Don, you'll never guess.
Let me try. The plumbing's gone too.
I just got off the phone to the Secretary of the Chamber of Commerce.
And?
It just so happens they're looking for a place to have lunch for some committee or other.
And?
They're interested in having it here.
What?
I've just given them all the details. They'll ring back. Don, do you know what this means?
Yes. It means they might pay us lots of money to come here and have lunch.
Not only that, they have monthly meetings 12 times a year, and they have special functions and dinners and things.
If we get in good with the Chamber of Commerce, we could have functions booked in a year in advance. So we could budget the renovations, the landscaping, the beer garden.
The answer to all our problems.
It's brilliant. You're brilliant. I'm brilliant.
You? What did you do?
I married you.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Brilliant.
Oh, I hope this thing works out. Have you seen his bank statement?
Is it as bad as I think it is?
Marginally worse.
That good?
Well, we can't afford to have things done until we increase our business. And we can't increase our business until we have things done.
Mr. Spencer.
Sparky, you haven't met my wife, Sandy. Sandy, this is Sparky, the electrician.
Nice to meet you.
Friend of Bob's, mate's rates.
Very nice to meet you, Sparky.
So, Sparky, you've looked at the wiring. What do you reckon?
Well, basically it's stuffed.
Stuffed. So what exactly is stuffed?
The lot. The whole thing. The whole electrics in this place is stuffed.
Stuffed.
Yeah. Cactus. RS. Knackered. Shafted. Had the Richard.
Heather Richard. That's not good, is it?
Lady, this place is a death trap, but apart from that, it's not too bad.
How could it not be too bad?
Well, it won't be, not once you get the place rewired.
The whole place?
It's the original wiring, mate. There's no insulation left. That's why your fuses kept blowing. You keep plugging things in, you overload the system. Except one day, the fuse won't blow and everything else will. An old place like this, it'll burn to the ground in 5 minutes.
Well, how much is this going to cost?
Let's see. New circuits, labour, wiring, fuses, switches. Do it for you cheap, about $4 grand.
$4 grand?
Mates rates. Give us a buzz when you're ready and I'll get onto it. In the meantime, just take it easy and don't plug anything unnecessary in.
Unnecessary?
Yeah, heaters, dryers, radios, televisions, refrigerators.
Well, what can we plug in?
Well, to be on the safe side, nothing. Anyway, you got my number?
What are we going to do?
Get the gas on. Then we can put our heads in the oven.
But we haven't got $4,000.
We haven't got $4,000. We haven't got a pub.
Phil, 2 beers.
Forget the beers. Make it a scotch.
Doubles.
Extra doubles. Extra big doubles.
It's all right.
We've just had the electrician in.
You will never guess.
The place needs rewiring.
The whole place needs rewiring. Top to bottom. The whole system is stuffed.
Cactus. It's had the
The Richard, and it's going to cost a bob or two.
$4,000. Hang on. How did you know?
No, what?
Telephone call, Sandy.
Take a message. How did you know the wiring was shot?
Known it for years.
You what?
Always meant to tell you. You don't want to plug in anything unnecessary or you might burn the place to the ground.
You knew the wiring was faulty? You sold it to us knowing the wiring was faulty?
Yeah?
Why?
I took it into account when I fixed the price.
Oh, you did you?
Yeah? I also took into account the 50 acres of river frontage.
What river frontage?
The 50 acres that go with the pub. Some of the best grazing land in the district.
Sandy, that was the Chamber of Commerce on the phone. There's someone coming over tomorrow to discuss lunch.
Lunch?
Yeah, for 12 people on Friday.
Well, at least something's working out all right.
Oh, what?
We've got 12 people coming for lunch. Oh, things can't be all that bad.
Don, we need electricity for the kitchen.
We'll have to cancel them.
We can't cancel them. If we cancel them, they'll go somewhere else.
If we don't cancel them, they'll burn and die. Then they'll really go somewhere else. We've got to find a way of paying for that electrician.
We own 50 acres. Don, we own 50 acres.
Yeah, so?
Well, we'll sell it and it'll pay for the rewiring.
No, you can't.
Yes, we can. It's our 50 acres.
Most of the time.
What, you mean it's not always our land?
I mean, it's not always 50 acres. It's river frontage. When it floods, it's closer to 10. No one in their right mind would buy it.
We bought it.
It was doubles, wasn't it?
What's up?
Pardon?
With the missus and the boss, what's up?
Got a quote on rewiring the place.
Yeah?
$4,000.
Ooh, that's a fair old whack.
Especially if you haven't got it.
So what are they doing?
Trying to work out how to pay for it.
With money?
Yeah,
What, they're going to pay for it with money?
that's what they said.
God, you think they know better, eh?
Yeah, but no.
If anyone can help, you can.
Yeah, well, a man doesn't like to be pushy.
That's right. Yeah, man likes to be asked.
Well, I'm asking.
Fair enough.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yes?
We hear you're broke and you can't pay the electrician.
Oh, great. Now the whole bloody world knows. We are down to our last cent in case anybody didn't know.
Knew that. Thanks anyway.
Anyway, we'd like to help.
Look, thanks, Bob and Bob, but we can't take your money.
It's just as well we weren't offering.
No, we want to help you pay your bill, but not pay in money.
I don't understand.
You see, when people around here get some work done, they don't usually settle up in cash.
Well, how do they pay?
In kind. You know, someone does something for you and you give them something in return.
Barter. You're talking about barter.
That's right.
He does the work for us and we give him something in return.
But what have we got that he wants?
Just leave that to us.
Just meet us here first thing tomorrow morning.
You can do this? You really think you can make this work?
That's right.
I don't know what to say, fellas. Thanks.
What about the Chamber of Commerce?
Well, they pay cash.
We won't get the wiring done in time.
You're right. If we plug in for that many, we're barbecued businessmen.
Barbecue. That's what we'll do. We'll have a barbecue.
We don't have a barbecue. Do we have a barbecue, Phil?
Used to. Burnt down.
I'll build you a barbecue.
Would you?
Yeah, and I'll help. I don't know what to say. You lot are a godsend.
Yes. But God moves in mysterious ways.
So you sure this is going to work?
Of course. Don't you see? This is the country way of doing things. It's so simple, it's beautiful.
But is it going to work?
Sandy, trust me. Look, bartering, it's like the ultimate form of marketing. It's perfectly straightforward, no loose ends, no complications. Look, we'll have this done in no time. I know what I'm doing.
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Dave Daly's.
Dave Daly's.
Who's Dave Daly?
Who's Dave Daly?
He's got the tractor.
See?
So you're going to swap the tractor for electrical work?
Yeah.
No.
What?
We'll explain later.
I'll explain later. See ya.
Well, let's get going.
I've got a better idea. Why don't I get in the back? So, this tractor, if we're not swapping it for the rewiring...
This is just the first step.
The first step.
This is barter.
But
G'day, Dave.
G'day, Bob and Bob.
G'day, Dave. This is Don Spencer. Don, this is Dave Daly. Dave, Don Spencer.
Pleased to meet you, Don.
pleased to meet you, Dave. I hear you've got a...
You own the Railway Hotel, don't you?
Yes, that's right.
Oh, good. Oh, good to meet a connoisseur. Come in.
So, when are we going to ask him about the tractor?
All in good time.
First things first.
Take a pew, boys. We'll just go and get it.
Thanks. Thanks, Dave.
Get what? He's not going to bring the tractor in here, is he?
No, don't worry. We'll get to the tractor.
All in good time.
Yeah, a man can't be too pushy.
There's a certain style for doing business around here.
Well, fair enough. Does it take long?
As long as it takes.
See, I told you it wouldn't take long.
I reckon it's a little ripper. You think Mrs. Spencer will like it?
Oh, she'll love it. If there's one thing I know how to build, it's a Barbie. Hey, Mrs.
Oh, hi, boys.
We're finished.
Already?
Reckon.
That was quick.
We don't muck around, you know.
Oh, I'm ready to be impressed.
Right this way.
Here you go, boys. Be my guest.
So, how's this match, Dave?
Not bad if I do say so myself, Bob.
This is the home brew we were telling you about, boss.
What? Oh, right, yes, you told me all about it. Yeah, I've been looking forward to this. So who's got an opener?
Hey, Mrs. Well, what do you think?
It took us a whole hour.
An hour to build that?
Not bad, eh? So?
Well, I mean, it's nice, Clancy. It's just a bit low.
Rusty.
We could sand it down.
And small.
How's that?
Well, we have to cook a meal for 12 people on that, you know, meat, veggies, the whole bit. it won't all fit.
You don't reckon this will do the job?
Oh, well, no, don't get me wrong, Clance. I mean, I'm sure it's a terrific barbecue.
Oh, yeah, it's perfect, just the way it is. If it was bigger, higher and cleaner.
Are you sure he's got a tractor?
All in good time.
Now, this is the stout.
The stout.
Now, obviously, I've brewed this to be a lot heavier than the lager, though it still has the hoppiness of the pale ale. Now, you try that. What do you think?
It's hoppy. It's definitely hoppy.
Well, how does it compare with the old?
The old.
The one you had before the Scots ale?
That was this one?
No, that's the brown ale. That's the Scots ale.
Are you sure I tried the Scots ale?
Have another glass and you'll see what I mean. One for you two, boys?
Don't mind if we do.
Try and stop us. Oh, now that's got a kick to it. I remember this one.
Well, it ought to. It's 12% alcohol.
Yeah, right.
That reminds me. I've got a Pilsner out the back.
Right.
Well, thanks again.
And you dropped the tractor off this afternoon.
No problem. And thanks for your help.
Ah, anytime.
Well,
See ya.
Hello.
What's all this?
What does it look like?
Looks like someone's geometry homework.
It's a blueprint.
Yeah, a white one.
Oh, a white blueprint. Very impressive. I've never seen a dunny with a chimney before.
We're designing a barbecue.
Oh.
Yeah, pretty good, eh? And it's not even coloured in yet.
Yeah, see? You can stack your wood here, you can keep your plates hot here. There's even a tong rack.
A tongue rack.
Yeah, well, after a hard day on the hot plate, a man likes a place to hang his tongs.
He does it that.
Well, I'm very impressed, Clancy.
Oh, nothing.
No, it's a great drawing. I especially like the little aeroplane in the corner here. What's he doing? Shooting down the man in the parachute?
No, it's just something I was showing the boy. Well, we better get to work.
Hi, Bob and Bob. Don not with you?
Yeah.
we got the tractor.
Oh, good work, darling. I can see you've been flat out.
You want a hand out?
No, thanks. Now listen, I don't want to appear obtuse or anything, but now we've got the tractor. What do we do with it?
Nothing. We're not getting the tractor.
But isn't Dave Daly bringing it here?
No, you see, Dave owes Sparky $1,500.
Sparky, the electrician, but he doesn't want a tractor.
No, Sparky wants cattle.
Cattle?
Yeah, they're fetching $150 a head at the moment.
And 10 of them would settle up the debt nicely.
But Dave hasn't got any cattle.
No, but he has a tractor and Bob Levitt wants a tractor.
So Bob's got the cattle.
No, Bob's got geese.
What geese?
The geese Joe Connors wants.
Why does Joe Connors want geese?
To swap for the cattle.
What cattle?
Joe's cattle.
Oh, Joe's got cattle.
Yeah, but he wants geese.
That gander won a blue ribbon at the Cessnock show.
Oh, hang on, now I get it. So Joe Connors is going to swap his cattle for Bob Levitt's geese.
And Bob swaps the cattle with Dave for the tractor.
And Dave gives the cattle to Sparky for the debt.
Oh, I get it. And that way everyone gets paid. This is wonderful. This is fantastic. Oh, my head. Oh, I think I've got to sit down for a minute.
Oh, I wouldn't get too comfortable. We've still got to see Bob Levitt.
He doesn't brew his own beer, does he?
No.
Thank God for that.
Nah, never brewed a bottle since he built the still.
Mrs. Spencer? Oh, Maureen, don't do that when I'm holding a mouth. Hello, you have some visitors.
We spoke on the phone. Terry Wallace, Chamber of Commerce.
Oh, the Chamber of Commerce.
Barbara Yakovich of our steering committee.
Oh, it's very nice to meet you. You have mice? Oh, no. Oh, this whole thing. No, this isn't a functioning mousetrap. It's an antique. We just keep it as part of the rustic charm of the... Tea, coffee? Tea would be lovely.
And you are?
Maureen.
Well, Maureen, I'd like a coffee. Extra hot and just as sweet as you are.
Well, why don't we show you what we have to offer?
Fine. I must say I like what I've seen already.
Oh.
You sure this is right?
What?
You sure this is how it's supposed to be?
What do you want about?
Well, this isn't how it is in the plan.
Yes, it is.
No, it's not. Look, the plan is completely different.
Oh, well, not to worry.
But if we're not going to follow it, why have we got a plan?
And what do you think we've got a plan?
So we know what to build and how to build it.
Well, there's one way of looking at a plan. But I prefer to think of it as a rough idea of what we might build in the general style of how it could be. Unless we get a better idea. Now, keep those bricks coming.
This is the dining room.
Very nice.
Actually, on the day, we're hoping to have a barbecue, especially if the weather holds.
Think it will?
It better. Here you go.
Ah, thank you.
The dining room will be available, though, if it rains.
Oh, yes, we've gone to a lot of trouble to make sure we haven't double booked you. Actually, I can't tell you how many people we've had to turn away.
Well, that's because they haven't
Thank you, Maureen.
I notice your men are still building the barbecue. It will be ready by Friday.
Oh, yes, don't you worry about that. Nobody builds a barbecue like Clancy.
What are you doing?
Building a barbecue. What does it look like we're doing?
Are you sure that's how it's supposed to go?
Yes, I'm sure that's how it's supposed to go.
It doesn't seem right to me.
Melissa,
Yes?
you going to stand here all day and give us advice?
Yeah, if you like.
Make yourself useful. Go and get us a cup of cold drinks.
And, of course, this is where it all happens, the kitchen. Excuse us, Kevin, we're just having a look around.
No worries.
Actually, Kevin, I'd like you to meet Barbara Yakovich and Terry Wallace from the Chamber of Commerce. Terry and Barbara, this is Kevin, our chef.
Pleased to meet you.
Same here. You lot will be here for the barbecue.
Oh, that's right. What are you planning to cook for us?
A barbecue.
And, of course, you've met Maureen, who will be making sure everything runs smoothly on the day, won't you, for these very important people?
Of course.
I'm sure that I'll feel more than happy in your hands, Maureen.
Very good, Mr. Wallace.
Well, I think you've seen just about everything.
Yes, we have to get back, so we'll have a talk and let you know.
No, I think this will be fine. We'll be here on Friday and looking forward to it.
Well, I'll see you out then.
Right, allow me. Yes. I think that you will find we'll be sending quite a bit of work your way.
Thanks, Thel. They're working really hard out there. Hi, Sandy. Hi.
Oh, another lovely young lady you have working for you.
Oh, this is my stepdaughter, Melissa.
Very nice.
Well, I guess we should get back.
Yes, right. Well, thank you very much for showing us the sights, and we'll see you Friday then.
Yes, Friday, yes. Goodbye.
Who was that?
A very important client.
Clancy and Jeremy are working on the barbecue.
Yes, how's it going?
Maybe you should have a look.
Well, what do you reckon?
Are you sure it's straight?
Yes, I'm sure it's straight.
Have you got one of those level things?
I don't need one of those level things.
Looks a bit skewy from here.
No, it's not. Now, can everyone just stay away until it's finished? You can all put your 2 bobs worth in then.
Yeah.
Well,
Well, what?
we need more bricks.
So what did you make of our Mr. Wallace?
Do you know him?
Everyone knows him.
Well, I hear he's quite an important man around the district.
Yeah, that too.
What to? Phil?
Well, you know how I hate to gossip.
Oh, I do, but...
Let's just say he's got a bit of a reputation, our Mr. Wallace.
A reputation.
Wandering eyes, homeless hands. Says he can read a woman like a book. Uses the Braille method.
Well, maybe someone should have a word to him.
Everyone has.
Well, I'm sure he'll be fine.
So am I. I'll water his drinks.
Oh, Phil.
Do you think he's fun now? You should see him when he's been drinking.
I haven't been drinking. It's the way they do business around here.
Where have you been?
Bartering.
Oh, who is? Alien life forms from the planet Larga?
We have been to see Bob Levitt, and he is a lovely bloke.
That's lovely, darling. Can I have a quiet word? Excuse me, I'm going to murder my husband in private.
Sandy, please, just hear me
Oh,
out.
there's only one thing I want to hear.
I love you.
Well, that's not it. Oh, well, that is it, but that's not the it I want to hear.
I can't believe it. This whole barter business is actually working.
Now, that's what I want to hear. You can really get the rewiring done without us having to pay cash
Absolutely, indisputably, incondominably.
for it? You mean that?
That's what Bob and Bob said.
Darling, you're a genius. You're a grog-sodden slob of a genius.
I could have done it without Bob and Bob.
Well, you're all geniuses.
Shouldn't that be genii?
So, how exactly? I don't understand.
Trust me, the way this barter biz works, it just has to be seen to be believed. And I thought I knew marketing.
Oh, you thought you knew mustard.
United Nations of Condiments.
How did you manage to pull this all together?
Geese.
Geese?
Geese. Couldn't have done without the geese. Geese? What geese?
Geese outside.
But I thought Joe Connors had the... Oh, no. Hang on, that was Bob Levitt. No, he got the tractor.
Oh, Don.
Oh, God. Bob? Bob?
Morning.
What are these?
Geese.
I know they're geese. What are they doing here?
Well, there's been a hiccup.
Hiccup? What kind of hiccup? Not the kind of hiccup that affects our wiring.
No, nothing like that.
It's just that Joe Connors, who was taking the geese, had to go to Sydney suddenly, and there's nowhere to keep them till he gets back.
Well, what about Bob Levitt's place? I mean, that's where they came from in the first place.
Oh, yes, but now he's got the tractor.
What's a tractor got to do with a shipyard?
Quite a lot when the tractor gets stuck in first gear and drives right through it.
Yeah. So he said you'd be happy to take care of him for a few days.
Us? Why us? What are we going to do with 20 geese?
Well, we're
Where are we
just...
going to put them? I'm sorry, you're going to take them somewhere else.
Ah, well, if you say so, but... Ooh, $4,000.
We'd love to have them.
Oh.
Yeah, she's right. We'd love to have them. Put them in the truck yard down the back. They won't be in trouble.
See? I told you they'd find room.
So, this lot are worth a packet, are they?
Well, the gander is.
Which one's he?
Oh, this little beauty, there. Yeah, won 3 blue ribbons in the Easter show. Gander like that doesn't come along every day.
Oi! He tried to pick me.
Yeah, well, a gander will do that.
What do you mean they're vicious?
He's a mean little mother. Father. Take your arm off, soon as look at you.
So, how do we get them out of the ute?
Very, very carefully.
Now, to barter is an ancient art in which the Bobs were versed. Most times it worked out for the best, occasionally for the worst. So Don and Sandy took those geese, and the gander, ribboned thrice. If they had known what lay ahead, they'd have served him up on rice.
Got enough tablecloths for the trestle tables, right? We've got 12 matching napkins.
Sandy.
What?
Will you stop fussing? Everything's under control.
Just double checking. The Chamber of Commerce will be here in less than 3 hours. I don't need anything to go wrong today.
What could possibly go wrong?
Please don't say that.
The barbecue will be fine.
Barbecue? Oh, my God. Have they finished building the
Relax,
barbecue?
it's all under control.
But it's Clancy and Jeremy.
You're right, we better check.
Oh, there you are, missus.
Oh, now, Clancy, about the barbecue.
All done.
You bet, and it's a beauty.
See, I told you not to panic. These blokes are bushies. One thing they know about is barbecues. My God, it's bigger than the Taj Mahal.
Not bad, eh, boss?
We did it all ourselves.
Gotta hand it to you, Clance. It's better built than a lot of the houses around here.
Thanks, Stella.
Why is there a chimney?
Huh?
I mean, it's an outside barbecue. Why would you have a chimney?
Well, there's very good reason for that. It's an essential part of the design.
It's beautiful. I love it.
No problems, Kevin.
Clance, I'm going to do this barbecue proud. No skirt steaks and chump chops for this beauty. It's fillet and T-bone or nothing at all.
Is Kevin all right?
He's fine. He just gets a bit emotional around hot plates. So, Kevin, how are the canapes going?
The what?
The finger food.
Oh, you've done the house specials.
House specials?
Yep. That's cream cheese with Devon and pickled onion, sliced cheese with ham and pickled onion, boiled egg with grated pickled onion, sardine with a mayonnaise and pickled onion topping, and, of course, a couple of bowls of pickled onions straight.
Aren't there rather a lot of pickled onions?
Yeah, I was going to cut back, but I thought this was a special occasion. Go for it.
But given there are pickled onions on everything,
Yeah?
well, do people like them?
They're the specialty of the house.
Yeah, I know, but do people like them?
What's that got to do with anything? They're the specialty of the house.
I know, but... I mean, how about we just have a few things without pickled onions, just in case someone doesn't like them?
You asked me to change the menu.
Well, yes.
Mr. Spencer, you're the proprietor, and it's your right to overrule me, but please don't bother in future to ask for my professional opinion. If all you're going to do is ignore it or keep asking me to change it.
Without pickled onions.
All right, if you insist.
Thank you.
Now, where did I put those gherkins?
Hello? Who are you? Get away!
Right, we've got enough wine for lunch. How are we off for soft drink?
Oh, don't worry, everything's under control.
Melissa, are you all right?
I've just been attacked.
By who?
Not by who, by what? It was that beast of a gander.
The gander's loose?
I was just setting up the tables and it came up and attacked me.
Melissa, it's just a goose.
And it did. It tried to attack me.
I don't doubt you. They could be very vicious.
What geese?
Yes, and ganders in particular.
Oh, Pat, come on.
Don't underestimate geese. In many parts of the world, they're prized as watchdogs.
Shouldn't that be watch geese?
What? Oh, yes, very good, Giselle. And as you probably know, in 390 BC, when the Gauls attacked Rome, it was the cries of the sacred geese that alerted the garrison in time to repel the invaders.
I knew that.
Which is why every year after that, they built a golden goose and carried it to the Capitol.
Oh, but it tried to take my leg off.
Oh, God. I've got 12 members from the Chamber of Commerce coming here any minute. And I can't afford to have a pit bull gander loose in the beer garden. Now, Bob and Bob got us into it. They can get us out.
Back! You got that box there?
Yeah, I'm ready. You just get it over here.
Just get the box ready when I do.
Oh, he's a mongrel.
Mongrel, all right. Over there! Oh, God, did you see that? He nearly ripped the chair out of my hand.
Oh, he's a mongrel.
Bloody mongrel. Watch it, watch it. He's making a break. He's going for you.
Everything's organised.
Did you get the goose?
Still loose, but everything's under control.
But if the goose is loose, you haven't got everything under control.
Bob and Bob are on the case, all right?
Well, that's taken care of.
The goose, did you get the goose?
No problem.
Thank God for that.
Beer, thanks, Phil.
Oh, don't mind if I do.
So where'd you put him?
Somewhere out of harm's way.
What was all that screaming?
What screaming?
You big girl.
Another Canade, Mr. Wallace?
Oh, well, don't mind if I do. Why don't you choose one for me?
I don't think so.
Go on, and then you can put it in for me. Maybe later I can put one in for you.
Excuse me, I've got other people to serve.
Do you have to do that?
Do what?
I think you've had quite enough.
That's it, I quit.
Sorry, Maureen, can't quit.
Can so quit.
Of course you can quit, Maureen, but can't wait till 5. Everyone will be gone by then.
I'm not dealing with them out there anymore. I'm quitting this instant.
I've got a better idea. Why don't you work through till 5, quit then, and we'll make it retrospective to now. That way you can walk out now and still put in a full afternoon's work.
Can I do that?
She says so, and she's the boss.
Maureen, what is it?
It's him, that's who it is. I can't walk past him without him saying something or touching me.
Where's he touching you?
Kevin.
Everywhere.
Maureen.
Where everywhere?
Oh, for heaven's sake.
The bar, the bistro, the lounge, the beer garden.
Yep, that's everywhere.
Maureen, why don't you ask him politely not to do it?
I've tried. Can you say something to him?
Well, yes, of course, but it's not that easy. I'd have to wait for the right time, the right place. I can't just walk up to him and say, hey, you, what's this I hear about you touching up my staff, can I?
Well, maybe you can't, but I can.
Kevin!
Tell you what, Maureen, you go outside and distract everyone, and I'll sneak up behind him and whack him with the meat mallet.
Kevin, be serious.
I am serious, deadly serious.
Maureen, would you please just go back out there? I will speak to Mr. Wallace, okay? Now, Kevin, you can't exactly go around meat malleting the guests. It would put a bit of a damper on the afternoon, don't you think?
Damper, I knew I forgot something.
You haven't put the damper on?
Why is it always me who has to put the damper on?
You're the chef!
Fair enough.
So what do you reckon of the new Barbie, boss?
It's smoky, Clarence.
Yeah, well, I'll do that, Barbies.
What about the chimney?
What about it?
Well, isn't the smoke... Isn't it supposed to go up the chimney?
Ordinarily, yes.
Well, why doesn't it?
Draw.
What?
Draw. That's what the chimney does. It draws the smoke away. It's very complicated.
No, it's not. It's just supposed to go up the chimney. What's complicated about that?
Well, I beg to differ, boss. You see, a chimney's ability to take up smoke or draw is determined by a complex mathematical equation. See, it's all to do with the volume of the furnace versus the height above the flame and the attendant capacity of the flue to provide a sufficient draft.
So why isn't there any smoke going up it?
Well, it just needs some fine-tuning.
How do you fine-tune a chimney, Clarence?
Knock it down, start again.
Out of action.
Mate?
No water. She won't flush. Use one's up in the pub.
Yes. Right.
No worries.
The steaks are done. Everyone's helping themselves.
Oh, thanks, Kevin.
Butcher asked me to give you this.
What's that?
Bill for the meat. Things are going pretty well, if I say so myself.
Kevin, this isn't a bill. This is the gross national debt of a third world country.
Let me see. Oh, my God. What kind of meat have you been ordering?
Prime grain-fed, aged ribeye fillet. Best money can buy.
Kevin, we're charging them $10 a head.
And there you go. People pay top dollar. They expect the best.
Kevin,
I tell you that, new barbecue's changed my life. No more second-rate cuts of meat. It's prime stuff or nothing at all.
Nothing at all would be cheaper.
Yeah, but what's money?
I'll tell you what it is. It's a lot of what we haven't got.
Yeah, not to worry. You'll thank me in the long term.
After we kill you in the short term.
Good joke, Mrs. Spencer. You know, I plan for the steaks here to be famous. They're going to be talking about my steaks from Cessnock to Newcastle. Someday they'll stick a plaque on that barbecue saying, Kevin cooked here.
Yeah, right next to the plaque that says, Don went broke here.
We can't afford it. I mean, it's a terrific idea, but we simply can't afford it.
Who needs to afford it? You got this barter thing down, Pat. Why don't you just swap something for the steaks?
What have we got that we can swap?
How about a chef?
If you need anything, just ask. There's plenty of salad and damper left, so just help yourselves. But
He did it again.
you did what again, Maureen? Oh, hello.
But Mr. Wallace, he keeps touching me. He won't leave me alone.
This is getting ridiculous.
And he's been drinking. Maybe I should have a talk to Mr. Spencer.
No, just leave it to me. I won't handle this. So, Mr. Wallace,
Ah, Mrs. Spencer.
enjoying yourself, I hear.
Oh, yes, I'm having a wonderful time.
Oh, good. Just don't have it with my staff.
Whatever are you talking about?
Oh, I think we understand each other. Have a nice day. Don't worry about Mr. Wallace, Maureen. I had a little word.
Thank you, Mrs. Spencer.
Don't think he'll be bothering you again.
He better not if he knows what's good for him.
Are you avoiding me, Maureen?
Excuse me, but I'm busy.
I beg your pardon?
I don't know how you did that, but I know you did it. Anyone for coffee?
Man, it was the gander.
Sure was. Ran right up and bit Maureen on the bum.
You mean you saw it? Why didn't you tell her?
Well, I was going to. Then I thought,
Well, I guess we can kiss the Chamber of Commerce goodbye.
I thought you'd like to know they ate all the canapes, except the ones without the pickled onions.
Look, we're off now. Oh, is Terry all right?
He'll live.
We really must apologise for today.
Nonsense, we had a wonderful time. You did?
Well, sort of. I mean, the food was a bit cold, the drinks were a bit warm, and the service was a bit slow. But the floor show was fabulous.
You mean Terry didn't mind?
Of course he did. He'll never come here again. But the rest of us loved it. He's been asking for it for years.
You mean you will come back again?
Try and keep us away. As long as Maureen's working here.
No reason she shouldn't be.
Well, I must go. Bye for now.
Bye.
Bye. Well, I guess everything turned out all right.
No, it hasn't. We still haven't got the gander back.
Oh, yeah.
And without a gander, we don't have any rewiring.
Well, you can go on looking for it. I'm going to have a nice hot shower.
I found the gander.
Oh, good. Where is he?
In our bedroom.
Oh, no, okay, just don't panic.
But Don.
No, everything's under control. Just don't panic. Just
Fine,
stay calm.
if you say so.
What exactly is he doing in the bedroom?
Fertilising our bed.
Oh, God, get a cage. No, get a net.
Get a gun.
Don, Sandy, maybe I can help you.
Pat, you don't know what you're dealing with here. This is not just any goose.
That's right. Remember what I did to Maureen? This is a goosing gander.
Yeah, well, I may be taking my life into my hands, but don't you think I should try?
Fine, but do you need anything?
A piece of chalk and a length of string.
hypnotised the gander?
It was amazing. I've never seen anything like it.
Yeah, I swear, we were there. He just walked up to the goose like this. He swung the chalk for a second, and bingo, the bird was out cold.
I don't believe it.
It's true, isn't it, Don? Don. Quick, get me a bucket. I'm going to put some ice down your father's trousers.
It's the most amazing thing I've ever seen.
Well, that's all settled.
Yeah, all taken care of.
What is?
Just tied up a few loose ends.
We delivered Sparky's cattle.
Yeah, thanks a lot, fellas.
No worries.
Pleasure.
What cattle are these?
It's part of the barter thing. You see, Bob and Bob arranged for Dave Daly to pay Sparky the $1,500 he owes him with the cattle he got from Joe Connors, who got Bob Livett's geese in exchange for Dave Daly's tractor.
Right.
So everybody wins, and that's the way we pay for the rewiring of the pub.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. We got you the cattle.
Yeah, the cattle will pay for Dave Daly's debt. 10 head of cattle, $150 per $1,500. That's what Dave owes.
But what about the pub?
Like I said the other day, $4,000.
Well, let me go through this again. I must have got something wrong.
I hope you've forgotten something. You said this was under control.
Well, it was till now.
Well, actually, Sparky, I meant to ask you, these cattle,
Yeah?
what do you reckon, 150 a head?
Going rate?
Yeah, but you fatten them up, in 12 months they'll be worth, all what?
600 a head?
Easy.
Yeah, but I haven't got anywhere to run them.
Now, isn't that a coincidence? Don and Sandy have got some land.
River frontage land.
Prime grazing land.
Oh, right. Oh, yeah, so maybe, Sparky, we could do some sort of deal.
Well, what do you got in mind?
Well, you put out your cattle on our land, and we charge you for a year, say, how much would the electric's worth?
Deal.
Deal.
The way you close that deal, darling, I think you've done this before.
Oh, it's all just marketing, really.
It's like what the boss used to do in the city.
Yeah, like I used to do in the city.
Now, of course, there's our commission.
What commission?
A man doesn't work for charity all his life.
10%. Now, we take one of your cows.
And you fatten them on your land.
Like the country way of doing things.
It's a quiet night in the country. The stars wink among themselves like the members of some great exclusive club. The wind breathes to the gum trees as it whispers on its way. And someone's throwing bottles at the pub.
What was that?
Oh, so yeah.
Kel, what on earth is going on?
I've had enough of this.
Dad, be careful. Dad, you don't know who's out there.
It's Kevin.
Kevin?
Kevin, what are you doing? Oh, brilliant. But what are we going to do about it?
Well, stop him.
I'm not going anywhere near him. You can stop me if you want.
Well, someone's got to do something.
G'day.
Bob, what's wrong with him?
Well, he gets like this from time to time.
Well, shouldn't we do something about it?
What exactly have you got in mind?
Well, don't you think somebody should try and stop him?
Go ahead and try if you want to.
At least he hasn't got the cleaver with him this year.
G'day, Mrs. Spencer. G'day, Mr. Spencer.
Maureen, do you know anything about this?
Oh, just watching Kevin throw a turn. How's he going so far?
He hasn't got the cleaver this year.
Oh, that's a blessing.
Look, I think someone should stop him. He keeps throwing things and someone will get hurt.
Don't worry, missus. He never hits anything.
He's hit the pub twice.
Is that a fact? Well, that's a first.
Oh, this has gone long enough. I'm going to stop him.
No, don't worry. He'll calm down in a minute. See? There he goes.
He's lost his stamina. He lasted much longer last time.
What do you mean he does this often?
I wouldn't say often.
No.
No, not often, no.
Once a year, more like.
Not often, just regular.
Why? Oh, it's not like Kevin to behave like this.
I don't know. Maybe it's some special event for him, like Buddha's birthday or something.
Kevin's a Presbyterian.
So he is. Maybe it's Chinese New Year. They have that at odd times.
Chinese New Year was months ago.
Maybe it's Chinese Financial New Year.
That'd be right. His mob are into that.
My God, what is he drinking? This smells like varnish.
That's his rice wine.
Rice wine?
Yeah, he makes it himself from potatoes.
He makes rice wine from potatoes?
Well, he doesn't like rice.
Yeah, I suppose it's an unconscious denial of his ethnic roots.
No, he just doesn't like rice.
That never occurred to me, you know.
Sometimes you're as thick as you're tall, you know.
Well, there's nothing much more to see, I suppose. Night all.
Hang on, you can't just leave him here.
He'll be right. There's hardly any traffic through before 8.
But what if it rains?
Well, we could certainly use it.
Been real dry around here lately.
Yeah.
Come on, give us a hand. You know, I have the strangest feeling we may have actually made a profit this month.
Really? Where did we go wrong?
I'm not sure. Just got to finalise the figures. Well, Kevin, how are you today?
Mr. Spencer, Mrs. Spencer, I feel terrible.
Well, I'm not surprised. You were drinking furniture polish.
No, not like that. I feel terrible inside. I let you down badly.
Well, yes, you did, as a matter of fact.
I betrayed the trust that you reposed in me.
That's true, too.
I forfeited my right
Yes,
to be
Kevin,
a
you're
work...
sorry. We've established that. Now, can we possibly have some breakfast?
Yeah. But what are you going to do about me?
Do about you?
Yeah, to punish me. I deserve to be punished.
I'm not going to punish you, Kevin. Just don't do it again, all right?
But I've lost face.
Well, go and find it and see if you can find out breakfast.
All right, if you say so.
You were a bit easy on him, weren't you?
Well, what do you want me to do? Flog him? He's feeling bad enough as it is. Have you got the bar receipts?
Yeah, they're behind the bar. I'll get them.
For one thing, Kevin can pay for the windows he broke, and he can clean up that broken glass.
That's fair. Oh, hello, Phil. I didn't see you there.
G'day, Sam.
What's this? Brandy? It's a bit early, isn't it?
It's just medicinal.
Really? You all right?
Yeah, I'm fine. I'm just a bit off colour, you know.
Well, maybe you should see a doctor.
No, I'm fine. Just a bit of indigestion.
You sure?
Yeah, I'm as fit as a fiddle.
G'day, Mr. Spencer. G'day, Mrs. Spencer.
Hi, Maureen. How are you today?
I'm just bringing you breakfast. Are you staying here then?
Beg your pardon?
You've moved.
No, we came and sat at this table.
Yeah, but you were at that table yesterday.
Oh, well, we thought we'd sit here today for a little holiday.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that's good, isn't it? What are you going to do about Kevin?
Why should I do anything about Kevin?
Feels very ashamed.
Well, he ought to be. This is dreadful.
He can't cook when he's ashamed.
He can't cook when he's not ashamed.
Well, he's really outdone himself here.
Yeah, well, I'm glad I'm not eating it. But you better do something about Kevin because he reckons he deserves to be punished.
Maybe we should make him eat this.
Stay, Skip. Stay. 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 Good dog. Stay over there, then.
Morning, Clance.
Hey, boss. You said you wanted me?
Yeah, I want you to give me a hand with his keys here.
Yeah? Well, fine.
Clance, I don't want you to help me sit on them. I want you to help me move them.
Fair point, I suppose. So what do you plan on doing about Kevin, then?
Oh, why should I do anything about Kevin?
Well, someone should. You're the boss. He works for you.
Oh, he was on his own time. It's not up to me to punish him.
Well, I don't know who's going to do it, then.
God, isn't she terrific?
Yeah, I suppose.
She's just so good. I mean, look, she's so in control.
She's just riding, that's all. Anyone can do that.
Don't you like riding?
Well, I could if I wanted to, but what's the point?
You can't ride? You live in the country.
So what?
Well, I don't know. I just assumed everyone in the country could ride.
Horses, you mean?
Well, of course, horses. What else is there?
Motorbikes. I can ride a bike, I can drive a car. What else do you need? Horses aren't any use.
But don't you think it'd be fun to be able to ride?
No. I mean, at least with a bike, you don't have to saddle it and unsaddle it and
No,
feed it.
but...
And it doesn't kick you.
Well, I'd love to be able to do that.
Can't see the point. What's your dad going to do about Kevin?
I don't know. He didn't say anything.
He's going to have to do something. Well, I'd better get back to work. You coming?
No, I'm going to stay and watch Maureen a little longer.
Can't see the point.
There you go, fellas. Schooner new and old with a dash.
Or a dollar.
Or a dollar.
I think you better talk to Kevin.
Why? What's he done now?
This.
Oh, my God. Is this what he served up to the customers? Did you say anything to him?
Of course I did. I said it was terrible.
And he got angry and yelled at you, right?
No, he put a tea towel over his head.
I think I better go and talk to Kevin.
I think I better get the customers a drink.
I'm sorry about the delay. My wife's just getting you a complimentary drink. Lunch won't be long. Kevin. Kevin, this will not do.
I know, Mr. Spencer. I'm sorry. I just don't know what to do.
Well, you could start by taking the souvenir of the big merino off your head.
It's gone, Mr. Spencer. It's just not there anymore.
What are we talking about?
That indefinable something that makes a great chef. It's gone.
Be that as it may, Kevin, do you think you could get to halfway adequate? This meal is terrible.
It's because I've lost face, you see. And face is important to my mob.
Your mob, you mean chefs?
No, Chinese.
Of course, you're Chinese.
Yeah, a lot of people don't pick it.
Let me get this straight. You can't cook anymore because of what happened last night.
No, I can't be a great chef because I feel the need for atonement.
Atonement?
Yeah, I've lost face and I need to atone. Shame weighs heavily on me, Mr. Spencer.
Are you sure you're not a Catholic?
No, why?
You're so good at guilt. You should think about it, you know. You make a wonderful Catholic.
Well, you're going to have to do something about me. We can't go on this way.
I've spoken to the customers. They said a cheese plate would be fine.
Oh, what do you say? Do you think you're up to a cheese plate?
I just can't face the world.
Oh, my God.
What are you doing?
I'm just covering the budgie, dear. Do you think you can manage a cheese
Yeah, I'll
plate?
get right onto it. The boys in the bar want another drink.
Oh, it never ends around here, does it? Is that all people want to do around here is drink, drink, drink?
It's a pub, darling.
Thank you for sharing that with me, darling. Our cheese plate chef is just attending to your lunch. Right, fellas, what's it to be?
The usual, Skinner and you.
Old with a dash, or a dollop, or a sprinkle, or a squirt, whatever you can manage, really.
Hi, Dad. Hi, Bob. Hi, Bob.
G'day.
Hello, hey, could you check to see if Sandy needs a hand in the kitchen?
Okay. By the way, what are you going to do about Kevin?
Why does everybody keep asking me that?
I was just asking.
Well, it's your job, isn't it?
Why is it my job?
Because you're the boss.
And it's up to you to set an example.
Well, you're his friends. You've known him for years. You set an example.
Oh, it's not up to us.
We don't have the authority.
What authority? But, Phil, what do you think?
What about?
What do you think it's up to me to do something about Kevin?
Why ask me? Why does everybody load things onto me round here? Can't you make up your own mind for once?
Well, there you are. You've even upset Phil. You're going to have to do something about him now.
G'day, Pat.
Well?
There's no fish in there, you know.
Oh, that's all right. I'm not using any bait.
That doesn't make a lot of sense, Pat.
Well, we've got to look at the reason why a man goes fishing.
And what would that be?
For a bit of peace and quiet. And nothing disturbs that more thoroughly than a flapping wet fish with a hook in its mouth.
I suppose you're right.
So I like to make doubly sure. I don't use any bait, and I fish where there aren't any.
I can't argue with that logic. Do you ever get pains, Pat?
All the time. The old joints are getting stiffer every year.
No, not like that. Not arthritis or something. Pains.
What's the trouble, sir?
Oh, nothing. Probably nothing at all.
Where are you getting these pains?
Look, it's probably just indigestion. I mean, there's nothing to worry about, is it?
No. If that's what it is.
Yeah, well, that's fine then. Maybe I'll see the chemist in Cessnock to get something for indigestion.
Yeah. That'll be fine.
Yeah, we'll see ya.
Yeah. Be seeing you.
Right, done. Darling, can I have a beer, please?
Well, here he is. Get on with it.
Just about to. Give me a chance.
Well, go on then.
See, boss, what it is...
You're going to have to do something about Kevin.
I was just about to tell him that.
Yeah, well, you're taking all night to get to the point.
I was leading up to it. You can't just jump in and say you're going to have to do something about Kevin. You've got to lead up to it.
Why?
Well, it's a sensitive matter. You've got to lead up to these
Why should I do something about Kevin?
Well, because you own the pub.
Well, I also own a Volvo.
Well, there you go then.
Someone's going to have to do something about me, boss, and it has to be you.
I don't understand this. If you want something done about Kevin, why don't you do it?
Well, that'll lead to anarchy, wouldn't it? I mean, you've got to have the rule of law, haven't you?
That's right. And you own the pub.
So what?
Well, you're the closest thing to an elected official we have.
That's right, it's your duty.
His duty to what?
To do something about Kevin.
Oh, please, couldn't we drop this whole thing?
Yeah, I vote for that.
No, I have to be punished, missus. I did wrong and I deserve to be punished.
Well, you make it sound like it's your right or something.
It's a matter of face, you see.
Face, yeah.
If I don't atone for my crime, I'll never regain face.
If you're so keen on justice, why don't you call the police?
We haven't got any.
And besides, we can't. Not after Kevin's trouble in Cessnock.
What trouble's that?
I'm on a good behaviour bond.
Well, I think you've fallen off it.
And that's why we don't want to involve anyone from outside.
But I've still got to be punished.
Oh, Kevin, we forgive you. Isn't that good enough?
No, I have to regain face. As the owner of the pub, it's your duty to help me.
But we don't want to punish you.
Tell me, before I took over, did Thel attend to this sort of thing?
Well, of course she didn't. She's a woman.
Hang him.
What?
Hang him. Now, Bob, get a rope.
Fair go, missus. You can't hang a bloke for getting
I'm
drunk.
not hanging him for getting drunk. I'm hanging him for what he said about women.
Darling, I think this is my responsibility, technically. After all, I am the licensee.
You'll be too soft on him.
Can we get on with it? I don't mind facing my punishment, but it's torturing me to make me wait.
Look, I don't want to be judge and jury on
You
this.
don't have to. We're the jury. He's guilty as hell. Now get on and judge
All
him.
right, damn it. I sentence you to... Oh, what can I sentence him to?
Hang him.
Shut up, will you? You're worse than they are. Look, what can I sentence him to?
You sentence him to the lockup.
Have we got a lock-up?
Of course we have.
Come on, boss. Peel, get off the pop, will you?
Don't be too soft on him.
All right, damn it. I sentence you to 2 weeks.
2 weeks?
What are you, the hanging judge?
Well, all right, then. 3 days.
Oh, what?
Look, Kevin, what do you want?
I reckon a week would be about right.
All right, then. A week? Any advance on a week? Going? Going? Gone. That's it, Kevin. A week in the slammer. And may God have mercy on your soul. Right. There you go, Kevin. 1 week. Lock him up.
Oh, who's got the key?
Isn't it in the door?
Huh?
Well, it should be in the door.
Well, it isn't, is it?
I was just saying where it ought to be.
Well, that's not a lot of help.
Hang on. Who was the last one in here?
It was Thel, wasn't it, after the B&S ball at Shepherd's Flat?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah, and we had to leave her the keys so she could get to the loo in the middle of the night.
That's right. Kev?
Yeah?
Just check under the pillow, will you? See if the key's still there?
Yeah, here it is.
Right, we're locking him up. What exactly did Thel do at the B&S ball?
We don't like to talk about that.
What are you doing?
Going to bed, no?
You can't. The bed's not made.
Oh, so what? I'm going to sleep in it, not admire it.
You know I can't sleep in an unmade bed.
Well, it should have been made this morning.
Well, I couldn't do it. I didn't have time to come on. I hate getting in a rumpled bed. Do you think Thel's all right?
Why? What's wrong with her?
No. She seems worried about something.
She seemed perfectly all right when she bit my head off this afternoon.
Well, maybe she's upset about something. Have your way, Bet.
I haven't noticed.
She said she was feeling a bit off colour.
Are we making this bed or not?
Sorry, I was just thinking about Thel.
Don't worry about Thel. She's as tough as teak. Now finish your part of the bed.
Oh, what's the point? We're just going to turn it down again
Well,
anyway.
what was the point of making it in the first place?
Don't be pedantic, darling. Good night.
Good night. Rumple, rumple, rumple. Good night.
And you were too soft on Kevin.
Oh. I don't know why I pay a cook to do this when I do it myself.
Well, you should have put him in jail. It's your own fault.
Only last night you said I was too soft on him.
Well, you should have handled it differently. I would have.
Oh, you wanted me to hang him. How will he cook breakfast then?
At least you wouldn't have to pay him.
Oh. Good morning, Maureen. How are you today?
Oh, just waiting to serve breakfast.
Yes, well, I've already done it.
Not yours, Kevin's. This'll do.
Kevin's? You mean I've got to cook his meals for him?
Well, he can hardly cook for himself, can he? You put him in jail, remember?
Yeah, well, you all wanted me to.
Yeah, but I think you're a bit hard on him.
Morning, everyone.
Oh, good morning, Melissa. See you at 10.
Okay, see you there. So, what's for breakfast?
Anything you can cook yourself.
Aren't you having any?
Yes, but now I'm going to cook it all again.
Well, I'll have whatever you're having then.
Oh, well, excuse me while I work myself into an early grade.
Quiet about it, will you, dear? What do you see Maureen about?
Oh, she's teaching me how to ride.
Oh, that'll be nice.
If it's not too much trouble, can I have my eggs poached, not fried?
Oh!
I think it's trouble.
Fried is good. Well, I'm ready.
Is it what you're planning on wearing?
Is there something wrong?
There's not much of it right. What's all this for?
Well, it's just my jewellery. What? Do you think it's a bit overstated?
I think you're wearing more metal than the horse is. Hey, I've probably got some bits and pieces that'll fit you. Why don't you come with me? Come on.
Do you think this is necessary?
I'd say it's essential. Righto, pop up.
Have you got a step ladder or something?
Here, give us your foot. 1, 2, 3, up. Ooh. You right up there?
I'd be happier if certain people weren't hanging around watching.
They call that one the Widowmaker.
Ignore him. Now, take him over there.
Go. Go. Go on, go. Giddy up.
That's pretty good so far.
You shut up! Maureen, what do I do now?
You gotta kick him.
Fine, just bring him over here where I can reach him.
Morning, Phil.
G'day, Pat. Take a seat. The usual?
A bit early in the day for me, Phil.
Oh, just dropped in for a bit of a chat, did you?
You could say that, yeah.
Fine by me. It's like having one of those paintings.
What's that?
It's like having one of those paintings in the room, you know, the one where the eyes follow you all around the room.
Oh, I'm sorry, Phil. Am I bothering you?
Not at all. Something on your mind?
How are things, Phil?
Fine. Couldn't be better. Bit busy, though.
Is that right?
Yeah, haven't got much time to stand here nattering with someone who doesn't have much to do.
How are those pains?
What pains are they?
You said you'd been having pains.
Yeah, well, you said yourself that we've all got aches and pains these days.
Look, Phil.
Those old joints just ain't what they used to be.
You said you were having chest pains.
Oh, them. No, they're fine. No more problems.
Then what's this for?
Just a little brandy, purely medicinal.
But if there's nothing wrong with you, why do you need medicine? Did you see the chemist, at least?
Haven't had time.
Phil, you should see a doctor.
I don't hold with doctors. I've been looking after myself for years. What can a doctor tell me?
He may be able to tell you what's wrong with you.
There's nothing wrong with me, just a few pains, that's all. Heartburn happens all the time.
You're not making any sense, woman.
Look, Pat, those doctors charge like wounded bulls. Now, why should I pay a doctor a fortune just to tell me some bad news?
He may tell you good news.
Well, why should I pay a doctor a fortune just to tell me some good news?
Oh, Phil, please be reasonable.
Look, Pat, I'd love to stay chatting, but some of us have got work to do. If you're so keen on doctors, why don't you go and see one? You've obviously got time enough for both of us.
Come on. Oh, yes. Come on. Yes. Come on.
G'day, Kevin.
Hang on, Clarence. Just looking for third from Gosford. It's Beauty. It's the third winner today.
Yeah? So how are things?
Well, you know, making the best of it, Clarence. But it's hard to take when your freedom's cruelly snatched away from you.
Yeah, I know how you feel. Here. Smuggled this past the guards for you.
Clarence, there aren't any guards.
Figure of speech, I would have if there were.
Thanks, Clarence. I appreciate little gestures like this. Maureen brought me this flower.
Yeah? Why?
Remind me of the sunlight and the fresh air of freedom outside these damn four walls.
Is that right?
Yeah. See, Clarence, the real torture for a bloke like me is to be stuck inside. I need the open spaces of this great country around me.
You spend all your time in the kitchen.
Yeah, but it's got a veranda.
Anyway, you give me the word, mate, and I'll bust you out of here any time.
Why would you do that?
I know what it's like to be on the other side of the law.
You, what have you ever done?
The lost herd, remember? Police in 3 states are still looking for me.
Shouldn't they be looking for the cattle?
Anyway, say the word and I'll bust you out.
Out where?
Out to the sunlight and the fresh air of freedom, you know?
No, Clarence, I can't do that.
I mean, you want to stay here?
It's not a matter of want, Clarence, it's an obligation. Got to get my face back.
Yeah. Well, you would.
Pat?
Yes, what can I do for you?
I'm concerned about Thelma. Does she seem all right to you?
All right, what do you mean?
Well, I'm worried that she's unwell. She said she was feeling off colour and she hasn't been a normal self.
She did say something to me. I got the impression she's been having chest pains.
Chest pains? You mean it's a heart?
Oh, I don't know. She doesn't know. She says it's probably indigestion. But I got the feeling she's trying to convince herself.
Well, do you know if she's seen a doctor? I mean, she should see one right away.
Thelma's not a great one for doctors.
Well, could you talk to her, convince her?
She's not a great one for listening to advice either. I think she's scared, Cassandra.
How do you mean scared?
Scared of what a doctor might tell her.
Pat, if she's having chest pains, it could be serious.
I know.
Well, she should see about it. There's every chance a doctor could set her right.
I've known that woman for 20 years, Cassandra. You won't convince her to go and see a doctor.
So you think we should do nothing and just ignore it?
Not at all. I've been trying to think what I could do.
Okay, so she won't go and see a doctor. Maybe I could get a doctor to come and see her.
How do you plan on doing that?
Well, we've got a friend in the city. He's always talked about coming to the country and getting a place. I could invite him out here to have a look around.
And while he's here, he could take a look at Thel.
Well, you'd have to talk her into that part.
I think I could manage that. As long as he was right here on the spot.
Right. Settle. I'll go and give him a ring.
You go, Maureen. You take them out now.
All right, Mr. Spencer. Which table?
Maureen, there's only one table occupied.
Oh, yeah, that'd be one then.
Homegrown herbs for the kitchen.
Oh, great. Just put them over there, will you?
How's it going?
You know, this whole thing just might turn out to be a blessing in disguise.
How's that?
Well, I'm managing to change the menu without having to fight Kevin over it.
I hope you're not making it too exotic.
I'm not mad. I've kept it simple, but I've added a few different items to the menu.
How's the reaction been?
They're loving it.
Well, it's not my fault. I don't cook it. I just serve it. G'day, Mr. Spencer.
Hi, Maureen. How are you?
Oh, just serving the lunches.
Maureen, is everything all right out there?
Oh, yeah, just a bunch of whingers. Mr. Spencer, can I take my break now?
Yeah, sure. There's only Kevin's lunch to serve.
Oh, do you want me to take that?
No, I want to see his face myself. Everything all right, fellas?
Hey? Oh, yeah, it's fine.
Very nice.
So, no problems then, eh?
Nice. Very nice.
Very nice.
Jeremy, how's yours?
Well, I don't know. I wanted the fish, but I think I got chook. And it's not cooked properly. Look, it's all pink.
Well, you don't want to eat chook if it's not cooked properly.
Chook? No, I didn't cook any chicken. No, that's fish, Jeremy. It's salmon.
Then why is it pink?
That's the colour of salmon.
Oh, yeah? Has it got something in it then?
No, it's a salmon fillet, an Atlantic salmon fillet.
It's something like a salmon risole, is it?
It's nothing like a salmon risole. It's a piece of very expensive, perfectly textured salmon. It's a prized-eating fish. It's almost a delicacy.
You didn't cook it properly, then?
It's cooked properly. That's the way it's supposed to be cooked.
Oh, yeah, like this steak of mine, I suppose.
Hardly got a look at the griller,
So I fill it, for God's sake. That's the way it's supposed to be cooked.
That's not how Kevin does it.
Oh, there you are, then. Look, if you're not satisfied with it, I'll take it back and I'll destroy it on the griller.
No, there's no need for that.
What about mine? Could you bung a bit of batter on it and give it a bit of a fry?
Well, if that's what you want, I'll bung a bit of batter on your $25 a kilo salmon.
No, there's no need for that, no. You just eat your salmon rissoles, boy, and you enjoy it.
You're sure? You're absolutely sure?
Yeah, everything's fine.
Just very nice.
Good. Enjoy your lunch.
Once they put a meal in front of you, boy, never let them take it back.
Why not, Bob?
Because they can do some very funny things to food when you haven't got your eye on them. Now duck out and see if there's anything in the pie warmer.
Don, how you doing? Matthew. Hey, good to see you. Sandy said you were popping by.
What's this for me, is it?
Hey? Oh, no, it's for... don't worry about it. If I told you, you wouldn't believe me. Sandy's in the kitchen. Just go through there, turn left at the Three Philistines on the bistro.
Having a good day, are you?
No, you wouldn't believe it. If you can't find her, give her a holler. I'll see you in a minute.
Yeah. I'll see you then.
The time you spend in prison, I've been told by those who know, is time that you spend aching to be free. But Kevin's spell in the lockup doesn't look too bad at all. It looks pretty much like a holiday to me.
You expect me to eat this?
Well, I thought you might try it, at least.
It's not cooked.
Kevin, it is eye fillet. Contrary to your happy practice, one does not incinerate eye fillet to a charred grey lump.
That's what you reckon. I suppose you call this salad.
Yes.
Where's the cheese?
Cheese? What cheese?
The chunks of cheese in the salad.
There is no chunks of cheese in salad.
Well, that's how my mother taught me to do it, and she was Chinese, and the Chinese know all about cooking and that.
Kevin, are you going to eat this meal?
I suppose if I get hungry enough. I knew I was doing time, but I know you were going to torture me as well.
Kevin, there is nothing wrong with that meal. I know what you're up to, Kevin. I'm onto your game.
What game is that?
Oh, you've got a nice soft little number here, haven't you? You lie in bed all day listening to the races. You ring your bets through on that mobile phone. Too late, I've already seen it. Have 3 meals a day served to you.
Yeah, like the salad without any cheese in it.
There is no cheese in salad. You're having a nice little holiday at my expense, and don't think you fooled me.
Oh, I'm shocked that you could think that, Mr. Spencer. Shocked.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah, I've told you it's a matter of getting back my face. Face is important to my mob.
What? Chinese?
No, chefs. I need to restore my dignity. I did the crime, and I'll pay the time. That's why I told Clancy to leave off.
Clancy? What's he got to do with this?
He wanted to break me out of here. Told him I wasn't going to be party to it.
I'm not surprised. Most people don't try to break out of the Hilton usually, do they?
So this Thelma doesn't know why I'm here?
Oh, that's why we have to be very subtle about it. We have to persuade her gently.
Right. We have to lead up to it gradually.
Yeah, she should be here any minute. I don't know where she is.
Nasty cough you got there, Pat?
Oh, just something went down the wrong way.
G'day, Sam. Hello, we haven't met.
Oh, Phil, this is Matthew Slade. Matthew, this is Thelma.
G'day.
Pleased to meet you, Thelma.
That's a doctor.
Oh, yeah?
That's right. Nothing fancy, though. Just general practice.
Oh, yeah?
That's not why he's here, of course.
Oh, yeah?
Because he's a doctor? He's not here because of that. He's here because he's a friend. But he used to be a doctor. He still is a doctor, in fact. He used to be our doctor. But of course he's not now. He's just a friend. But he still is a doctor, and a very, very good one. God.
All right. What's going on?
Going on? What's going... Nothing, Phil. Pat, do you know of anything that's going on?
Phil, I've known you for 20 years. I've known you to be stubborn, I've known you to be rude at times. But never have I known you to be downright plain pig ignorant stupid.
Oh, that's what's going
Look,
on.
woman, you've been having chest pains. That could be serious.
I've told you, it's just
Indigestion. You told me that. And maybe it's true. But maybe it's not. The thing is, it's not something to fool around with.
This is none of your business, you know.
Oh, yes, it is. You asked my advice. And besides that, we're your friends and we care about you. So for God's sake, woman, will you have a grain of common sense and let the doctor take a look at you and let's be done with all this nonsense?
Well, if it means so much to everyone, come on.
Seemed to do the trick.
Can't beat subtle, can you?
So they put you in here, eh?
Yeah. Seems like quite a nice room.
Seems that way.
Is there something wrong with this room?
Well, let me put it this way. I wouldn't go jumping out of bed in the morning if I were you.
You wouldn't? Why not?
Dry rot.
Really? Where?
Most places, really. Get out of bed too suddenly in this room, you could take a shortcut to the bar.
I'll bear it in mind.
Mind you. Might be handy. You've got a bit of a thirst, Tom.
Right. Now, Thel, let's talk about you, shall we?
If we have to. What do you want to know?
Well, what about your diet?
Well, that's charming, isn't it?
What is?
We've hardly known each other 5 minutes and you're telling me I'm overweight. Still, that's doctors for you, I suppose.
No, no, no. I mean, what do you eat?
Food. What do you eat?
Let's put it this way. What do you have for breakfast?
Not much. Cup of tea, piece of toast.
No fruit or anything?
No. Well, acid, you know.
Okay. What about lunch?
Nothing fancy. I like plain food.
Good.
You know, like a pie. I often have a pie and some chips.
Not every day.
Sometimes I lash out and have a pasty.
What about dinner?
I like a steak or chops. I leave the fatty bits on. I reckon they got all the taste, really.
What about green vegetables?
Oh, don't go much for them. I like a spud or two.
Phil, this isn't the best diet, you know.
I don't know. I've been eating stuff like that for years. Hasn't done me any harm so far.
Well, let's have a listen to you.
Well, listen to my what?
Your chest.
You planning on warming that thing up?
Yeah, of course.
Not on me, I hope.
Hi there. How are you today?
Fine. Still mucking about with your writing, are you?
Maureen says I'm improving all the time. You should try it.
Waste of time.
Oh, really? Well, I suppose so. But of course, now I can write, I'll be able to take myself off to all sorts of beautiful, scenic, secluded spots, won't I?
Will you?
Of course I will. What a pity I'll be on my own.
Mr. Spencer, I think you're being a bit hasty here.
Is that right, Kevin? We'll see about that.
G'day, Mr. Spencer. What's going on?
Court of Appeal, Jeremy. Come along. Everyone's welcome. All right, gather round, everyone. Court has been reconvened. Justice D. Spencer presiding. Wait a minute. What's that?
Oh, they're pies, darling. The boys wanted some pies.
Pies? Pies? What was wrong with the lunch that I cooked them?
They said they'd rather have pies.
There was nothing wrong with that lunch, you know.
Don, you sound like their mother.
Philistines.
Well, I'll just be getting back to my cell then.
Freaks!
I think he was talking to Kevin, boys.
It's all the shouting.
You finished loading that truck?
Yeah, I just came in and finished my pie.
Pie? You mean you gave him one too?
The customer's always right, darling.
Not when they're eating pies, darling.
G'day, everyone. What's going on?
What's going on is this. Here are the keys to the lockup. I am hereby releasing Kevin.
You can't do that.
Yes, I can. I'm the judge. I can do what I like.
Point of order, I think Kevin is right. You don't have the power to release him.
That's right.
There's time off for good behaviour. No, forget that. It's time off for bad behaviour.
No, sorry, boss. Can't do it.
Then I pardon him. Kevin, you pardon me.
What about my face?
All right, you're ugly too, but you can't be locked up for that.
Point of other order. Your power devolves from us, the people. We haven't granted you the right to pardon.
Hang on. If he's pardoned, does he do the cooking again?
Of course he does.
Then your pardon, Kevin. Now get back in the kitchen.
You're not going to get away with this. You owe me 4 days and I'm going to get them.
Kevin, what are you doing?
I'm locking myself and you never get me out of there.
He'll do it too, you know. Very stubborn, his mob.
Chinese?
No, chefs.
No, Presbyterians.
Clancy?
Yes, boss.
I hereby deputise you. Go and break him out of the jail and bring him back here.
I'm your man.
I'll give you a hand.
Oh, you poor thing. You've had such a bad day.
Bad? Bad? Bad doesn't even begin to cover it. It's 2 o'clock. I haven't even had lunch yet.
Well, there's some pies left over. You'd probably rather not.
I've had this shocking lower back pain.
You tried regular exercise?
No. but I've got this twinge in my knee. Not all the time, mind. Usually when I'm going up those stairs there. What do you reckon I should do about that?
Try and stay downstairs as much as you can.
Yeah, that's a good one. He's a bit of a devil, this one. Really knows his business, though.
Phil, how is everything?
Oh, fine, no trouble at all.
So it only was indigestion.
No, it was a heart attack. Well, probably anyway.
Basically, it was a warning. She's just got to take things a little easy, get onto a sensible diet.
Yeah, I've been eating too much stodge and that.
And if she does that, she'll probably outlive us all.
Yeah, you got to look after yourself, Phil. You know, spring chicken, you know. I mean, not that you're old, you're just not young.
Well, that's a nice thing to say to a woman of her age, isn't it?
I'll certainly outlive the two of them if they keep this up.
Quick, everyone! Clancy and Kevin turn on a blue.
Clancy, what have you done?
I saw him through the bars of the cell and Kevin started to struggle with me. I had to knock him out. One punch it took. You know my own strength sometimes.
One punch, Clancy.
Well, I did happen to be holding the iron bar I just saw him through.
Come on, let's get him inside. Let the doctor have a look at him. Put him up on the bar.
While we're here, I'll have the usual.
Point of order, Bob. Should attend to the wounded first.
Oh!
Something up?
Oh, just felt a bit of a twinge there.
I want to watch that. Hey, Doc, got a minute?
Yes, sir?
Just take a quick squeeze at Bob's back here, right? This is my bloke. He's got lovely hands.
I felt it just as we were lifting him up on the bar there.
Yeah, well, you've got to be careful when you're lifting.
Yeah, I get a bit of a twinge in this knee when I lift things.
You mind not interrupting my consultation with the doc?
I wasn't interrupting. I was just saying I get a twinge in this knee. But you don't hear me whinging about it.
Could we attend to the walking wounded later?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you.
Yeah, he's very badly concussed. He'll need bed rest and peace and quiet for at least 4 days.
4 days. Bed rest. Peace and quiet.
That's right.
Clancy, take him back to jail. G'day, boys. What can I get you?
Schooner of new?
Old with a dash.
The schooner for me, too.
Schooner of what?
You know, the schooner. I reckon I'm ready for a beer.
Don't be cheeky, son. We'll tell you when you're ready. Give him a lemon squash.
Coming up.
So you're not doing the cooking today?
No, Thel's looking after that till Kevin's back on deck.
Well, eh?
Well, man's a bit peckish all of a sudden. So, Thel, what's for lunch?
Steamed chicken, steamed broccoli, steamed carrots, steamed zucchini.
Steamed, you say?
Steamed.
Well, who'd eat food like that?
I would. You got a problem with that?
No, no problem at all.
Steamed is good.
What about some fish, Thel? Got any fish?
Yeah? Steamed.
Oh, I'd rather have it done in some batter.
I can steam it in batter if you like, but I don't think it'll take.
He's fallen off again.
There's something wrong with that boy. Why would he suddenly want to start riding horses?
G'day, Bob! G'day, Bob!
Beats me.
This program, proudly brought to you by Mannix Air Conditioning, South Australia's leading home air conditioning specialist.